It is the regular season finale for the Lincoln High School Red Raiders, and it's a big night here at the Southwood County 2000 field for many different reasons. It's a special night because it's the salute to the military night. You'll see the Red Raiders wearing special uniforms when this game begins that has a flag motif across the shoulder pads. You'll have a number of special activities, a flyover before the game, a cannon salute for each Red Raider score. As we approach the stadium tonight, funds being raised for the honor flight. Just a really special night because of the honor to the military that's going on. But it's also a big night for the football team. It's a big night because if the Raiders win this football game, they will win the Valley Football Association West Division title. They'll finish 6-3. They'll win their division in the Valley, and they'll head into the playoffs with a whole bunch of momentum and a nice seeding at a 6-3 record. So it's a big night of atmosphere and support for the military, and it's a big night for this football team. And we are so excited to be bringing you all of the action right here on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Let's join those pregame festivities now. Welcome to the Southwood County 2000 field. You are looking at the Lincoln High Red Raiders in the north end zone. Their starting lineup's going to be coming through that U.S. Army tunnel. It is salute to the military night tonight. We had an awesome color guard at the national anthem moments ago. We've got the big howitzer gun that's going to go off after each score, and all sorts of special activities in this salute to the military night. Right now, some of the seniors are being introduced, senior cheerleaders first, and we'll have some senior football parents as well, as we welcome you to live coverage of tonight's Lincoln Red Raider football game on Charter Channel 985, on Solaris Channel 3, and WisconsinRapidsCommunityMedia.com, which is now WRCM.org. So update your information, your online information for that. Also on the WRCM Facebook page. So we're just delighted. I'm Milt Van Natta, all set to call the play for you tonight, along with Artnet Getzik and David Ballerstein, and we are just delighted to have been a part of your following the Lincoln Red Raiders here in 2017. This will be our last broadcast of the year, and we know that you, like us, will be following the Red Raiders in the playoffs. A lot on the line tonight from a football standpoint, as well as all of the senior night festivities, all of the military salute festivities. There's a really important football game to play, and we will be having that in just momentarily. There's the band. They did a great job pregame.
His dad, Brian Hahn. Number 42, Greg Biolo, with his mom, Tracy Biolo. Number 65, Brett Brenke, with his dad, Monty Brenke, and his mom, Kelly Brenke.
Players coming from the
Number 66,
the north, parents coming through the cheerleader and dance team line. In the south, and they're meeting there just down in front of us on the track. There's some of the players who've already gone through the senior night recognition. It's a nice night for a football game. The threat of rain, we believe, is largely past, and it's mid-50s for our temperatures. No problems weather-wise tonight, which of course is so dramatically different than what we had 1 week ago when we were with you for the Spash game in that intense night of rain that really impacted the football game. We wouldn't expect the weather to have nearly that impact here tonight. There's the remainder of the Red Raiders coming out as you see the final senior, number 96, Frank Aspros, greet his family, and there's the Red Raiders. Note the special uniforms tonight, the flag motif that covers the shoulder pads, the field of stars on the right shoulder, and then the white and the red stripes on the left shoulder, so flags across the shoulder pad of the Raiders who wear the red jerseys, white pants, and white helmets. Everest wearing black helmets and black pants along with their white jerseys. They're introduced in mass. Now, let's talk about the significance of the football game as it gets ready to kick off. Lincoln is 5-3 overall, but their record in Valley Football Association West play is at 4-3, which is tied for Marshfield for first. Now, you'll recall a couple of weeks back, I believe it was 3 weeks back to be exact, that Lincoln beat Marshfield at Beal Stadium in Marshfield, so they hold the tiebreaker, which means all they've got to do is win to have that inside track on the conference championship of the Valley Football Association West. And that's a big deal for the team, and of course you're going to have a lot better positioning in the playoffs as a 6-3 conference division champ than you are as a 5-4 team that did not. So it's got really important implications. Everest is ready to kick it away. And that's Carlos Plowman, number 47, who kicks it away. It's a line drive kick to the far side. It's one of the Raiders and bounces away at the 10, and this will be trouble for number 12, Nicholas Campbell, who is taken down short of the 20-yard line, and there Lincoln goes on offense with, of course, the Jacob Mansell, the senior quarterback. Isaac Pilot will be the primary running back. From the 18-yard line, Lincoln will bring two receivers to the near side, one to the far side. Westfall is with Campbell here on the near side. Pilot behind Mansell. This is going to go from the shotgun. And a whistle stops play immediately. That one doesn't even get off. False start against the Raiders, so a little bit of a shaky start here. The fumbled or muffed kickoff followed by the false start, and Lincoln goes first and 15 from their own 13-yard line. First down, 15 yards to go for the Raiders. Pilot's got a little room. He's all the way to the 20 and down at the 21-yard line. So Pilot is able to get the 5 yards of the penalty and about 3 more back. It'll bring up a second down and 7. Raiders go without a huddle. They'll put the two receivers to the far side this time and bring one man in man-to-man coverage on the near side. It's Pilot again, and he's rumbling across the 25 and across the 30 and to the 32-yard line for a first down. So first and 15 from the 13, no problem. Just give the ball to Isaac Pilot, and he moves it all the way out to the 32-yard line. 2 carries, 19 yards, and a first down. Mansell wants to throw, looked at Campbell, now comes deeper down the field. Westfall at the 40, and he's got it at the 30, and he'll be wrapped down at the 28-yard line. Isaiah Westfall gets free, and it's a Raider first down. Let's take a look at the play again. Here's Mansell rolling to the right, finding a wide open Westfall at the 40, and he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. That's a 40-yard pickup on the pass connection from Mansell to Westfall. And the Raiders threaten from the 28. They're going to give it to Pilot. He's in trouble in the backfield, and he'll be taken down for a loss of a yard on the play. Omar Cachone was the man that got in there and made the tackle. Good penetration by the defensive front by Everest. Everest over the years has been a prep football powerhouse. Not this year so much. They've had a down year for the high standards of their program. Now on the second down play, they give it to Pilot again, and he maybe has the yard that he lost on first down back, but that's it. It's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Raiders. Playing again without a huddle. They've moved briskly from their own 13-yard line to the Everest now 30-yard line, but here's a 3rd and long. And you always in these situations keep your eye on number 3, who's Isaiah Westfall, and he's at the bottom of your screen, split out widest on the right. Now they're going to throw it short instead to the up back, and he is free at the 10, and he's at the 5, and he's fighting for the goal line, and he lunges for it. Will he be out at the 1? He will. That is Nash Coombs, number 7, Nash Coombs, on just that little receiver bubble screen. Now let's take a look at it again. They throw it to Coombs. Westfall gets the key block, and coming down the sideline and all the way to the 1-yard line is Nash Coombs. That is a 29-yard pickup on the pass connection from Mansell to Coombs. Raiders 1st and goal. And Pilot fights. Not much doing inside. He lost a little yardage there, about a yard back to, they're going to mark it at the 4-yard line. There's that the chain gang on the far side. You see that distance between the man with the down marker and the goal line. It's 2nd and goal from there for the Raiders. What an explosive offensive series for this Lincoln football team. Mansell throws on the slant, caught, touchdown Raiders. Raiders are on top 6-0 at the 8:42 mark of the first quarter. And the point after is good. Take a look at that touchdown again for all of you. Mansell takes the snap looking all the way to his left, and to that man just running the slot. There it is. He gets that inside position and makes the catch on the play. And the Lincoln Red Raiders go on top by a score of 6-0. Now 7-0. After the point after is successful. 7-0 Lincoln. Officially, the drive will cover some 83 82 yards. The penalty really forced him to cover 87 yards, but it's an 82-yard drive as Lincoln gets the touchdown.
Taking off the Red Raiders, Bergman, number 34.
Well, Lincoln set to kick it away.
Back to C4, number 6, Andrew.
Up 7-0. And they kick it to the far side at the 35, up to the 35, 40, and almost 45. And look at that flag fly high into the air.
That tackled by Greg Violo.
We'll see what the flag is here, if it'll back up Everest or push them across midfield. Most times you see that flag, and it will be again this time against the return team. No flag, sideline warning. We had that last night in the Assumption game as well. They throw the penalty flag, but it's not a penalty. It's a warning of people not keeping their boundaries over there on the sideline. So here we go. Everest got good field position at their own 44-yard line. Yoder's the quarterback. Ken Yoder, the senior, and he's back to pass, throwing short and nearly intercepted. That is incomplete. Nice job there by number 11, Tommy Gruby, making the play against Jacob Carlson, the senior receiver of the Evergreens. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Lincoln out of the gate fast here tonight. 4 receivers in the formation, no tight end. 1 running back with Yoder. He sets up. He's got a little time. He throws in the middle into traffic again. And once again, he's looking for Carlson. And once again, Gruby's there on the coverage. So it will be 3rd down and 10 for the Evergreens. However you are joining us tonight, we welcome you on Solaris Channel 3, Charter Channel 985, WR-CM.org, and on the WRCM Facebook page. 3rd down and 10. Again, they spread the field with receivers. Yoders takes a little bit of a low snap, and he throws it far side, and it's caught 1 yard beyond the 1st down marker. So Everest will keep the drive alive as that catch is made by Caleb Schuster. Well, Everest into Lincoln territory at the 44, and from there they have a new set of downs. 8 minutes to go, 1st quarter. Now they'll send 3 receivers to the short side or far side. That's the top of your screen. Yoder's going to keep it. He's got the 40. He's very close to another 1st down at the 35-yard line. We'll see where they mark this one, but that might be a 1st down carry for Yoder. And nope, they're going to give him 9.5. It's going to be 2nd and less than a yard. Art getting you a great shot there of the chain gang on the far side. 2nd and short after the 1st run of the night for the Evergreens.
I saw your buddy here coming. I can't find my group. They moved on me.
Yoder throwing to the near side. It's dropped at the 20-yard line. That was Schuster, the intended receiver. So it'll be 3rd and short for Everest. Well, this is when all that conditioning that you did back in the summer, on your own in June and July, and when you got to practice in August, this is when it pays off. If you're a lineman rushing every play, if you're a linebacker or a DB in pass coverage, you are going to work hard tonight against this spread offense of the Evergreens. Oh, low snap. Yoder picks it up. Can he recover? No, he will not get the 1st down. He'll be taken down at the 35.5, short of the first down. So now it will be 4th and a yard. Receivers to left, to right. 4th and a yard. Yoder is going to keep it, and he's got a big hole in the middle at the 25, and down to the 20 he goes for the first down. He faked that football to Tanner Fowler in the backfield and then found a seam in the middle, and he goes to the 21-yard line for a first down on 4th down and 1. Here we go. Let's watch the fake, and then there's that little gap, and he exploits it and finds the first down at the 21. Now Yoder to throw far side on the slant, caught, and near another first down is Caleb Schuster. He's going to be, I believe, about a yard short, maybe 2 short of the first down. Yeah, it's about a yard short of the first down there at the 12-yard line. Everest looking to quickly answer. 7-0 Raiders, first quarter. Yoder got some pressure into the middle at the post, incomplete. The intended receiver was Alex Langseth. So it'll be 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 1. Ball's on the 12-yard line.
Three wide receivers to the short side. Yoder is going to keep it again after faking it. Look at him pull the pile, the quarterback. Yoder pulling the pile of Red Raider defenders all the way down to the 5 for a 1st and goal. There were 3 Red Raiders who were hanging on to Yoder, who pulls them for the first down. Even on this 1st and goal, no tight ends in the game, 4 receivers, 1 running back. Yoder looking far side, throws it for the man he just tried to reach, Langseth, and this time it's complete for the touchdown. So Yoder to Langseth. That'll come from 5 yards out to make it 7-6 Lincoln. And the Evergreens here will look to tie up the football game. Carlos Plowman. And a little off on the timing there. The snap was down really before Plowman moved forward, but he was able to successfully kick it through. And with 5 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the first quarter, we're all tied up at 7-7. You are watching Lincoln Red Raider football on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media.
Kicking off for the Evergreens, number 47, Carlos Plowman.
So Plowman will kick it away with this game all knotted up at 7.
Red Raiders, number 7, Matt Coleman, and number 11, Tommy Gruby.
Coombs and Gruby are back deep. It's a short kick. Fielded at the 15. And Gruby comes up to the 25-yard line before he's taken down there. So the Red Raiders will take over.
22, Brett McCarthy.
the 26-yard line, some 74 yards away. One of the features of our military salute night was canceled because of weather conditions. The helicopter flyover from the paramedic team at Aspirus was unable to happen. Mansell throws far side, got Westfall out there, and he'll carry that football up across the 30-yard line to about the 33. That's going to be a 6-yard pickup. 2nd down and 4. The Raiders scored on a 4-yard touchdown pass from Mansell to Keegan Hewitt on their first possession. They've got 2nd and 4 here. Pelot breaks the tackle in the backfield, and because of that, is able to fight up to the 38-yard line.
First down, Red Raiders. For the Evergreen.
1st and 10 from the 38. Mansell looking over here for Westfall. Got it at the 43. Breaks one tackle, takes a big hit, and now is slung down. Forward progress will be to the 43 for about 5 yards. So Lincoln tonight is using the 3-receiver set. They'll send Hewitt by himself to one side, and then they'll put Campbell inside of Westfall on the other side. And that's been their go-to set tonight. And just as we say that, they switch it up, and Westfall's alone on the bottom here. Mansell wants to throw. He's got a man at the 45 and up to midfield and into Everest territory. Penalty flag is down in the middle of the field. Campbell was the receiver, and he has a nice gain, but there's a flag down at the 47 of Everest. Let's wait and see now what this is. Raiders are not headed back yet. Well, they're going to pick it up. They are not going to call a foul there. The result of the play is a 1st down for the Raiders. They're going to mark that ball at the 41-yard line, which means it's a 16-yard pickup. Boy, there's been some nice, explosive plays in the Raider passing game tonight. Mansell looking this side, going deep for Westfall. He's wide open at the 10. He catches it there, and he's taken down at the 5. 36-yard pickup. Mansell to Westfall. And let's look at it here. Mansell just steps back. Look at how badly Westfall beats the defender. The ball a step underthrown, and that allowed the defender to get back and make the tackle at the 5-yard line. Now they're going to give it to Pelot, rumbling through the middle, and he'll get down to about the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal coming there. Oh, the beautiful plays that have been spearheaded by quarterback Jacob Mansell tonight. Finding big plays to Westfall and to Hewitt and to Campbell and Nash Coombs all over the field. The big plays are coming. Now flag here. This most certainly against the offense, which will move it back to the 9 for 2nd. No, the Raiders are celebrating there. Apparently Everest was offside, and they are. Remember on the first series now, the Raiders got in this position. They just ran a little slat to Keegan Hewitt. He just broke inside of his defender. When he stepped into the end zone, Mansell fired it to him, and they got the touchdown. And he split again to the top of your screen. This would be the exact scenario that they went to it the first time. Will they look to it again? We'll see. It's 2nd down and goal. We're going to call it the 2-yard line. And Mansell's going to throw this side for Westfall, incomplete. Well, they ran the slant, only they ran it to the near side, and they ran it to Westfall, and it was incomplete. So it's 3rd and goal. 2 minutes left here. There's Westfall, who just made the big play and who was the intended receiver a moment ago. Campbell's in motion. Who's got it? Pilot's got it, and he's got a touchdown. Isaac Pilot rumbles in for the score. And get ready, because here comes the blast from the cannon, everybody. Raiders scored, and they're going to fire that cannon up. I don't know that they're ready, are they? Doesn't look like it. I thought that they would have that at each score tonight. That was our understanding, but maybe not. Maybe they'll do it after the point after. We'll wait and see. Here's the point after. 13, now 14-7. As Pilot, there they go. It's after the extra point. We'll remember that next time. 14-7. So, fans, here you go. The question about this football game so far through about 10 minutes of play. We're going to stop anybody tonight? Is either defense going to get the opposing offense off the field? Not so far. 3 for 3. The offenses are 3 for 3. Now the Evergreens will get it back. There's the Schofield faithful who have made their way down US 39 to Wisconsin Rapids tonight. That's a good group over there. I would say on the east side, maybe 150 to 200 people filling the visitor side. Meanwhile, on the near side, the home side, full up here tonight. So Erdman's about set to kick it away. Brock, the junior. Ooh, an onside kick just behind the first line. Covered up by the Evergreens and at about the 39-yard line. Part of the cheerleading group and the dance team that's here tonight. First and 10 for the Evergreens. They go from the 39. Yoder has time, all kinds, but he's going deep, down to the post. It's underthrown and it's intercepted at the 30. And returning it up the far sidelines as Zachary went. Penalty flag flies as he gets pushed out of bounds at midfield. So let's watch this play again. Now, Yoder's got all kinds of time, and he's able to step forward, throw off his front foot, but he underthrows it, and it's picked off by Wendt, and he does a nice job of returning it up the far sideline. And from there, the Raiders take over. Personal foul against Everest, and that's going to tack on 15 more, and the Raiders are going to be threatening right away. So we get our first defensive stop of the night. It comes via the turnover. Markoff is all the way down to the 37-yard line. First and 10, Lincoln looking to build on a 14-7 lead. Final 2 minutes of the first quarter. Four receivers in this set for Lincoln. 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Receivers checking their armband. There must be a play change. as they all go and look at that play card on their wrist. Mansell's getting pressure. He throws it into traffic. Westfall battles, but it's incomplete at the 20, and that is just because of the pressure. No chance there for Jacob to step forward and throw off the front foot, and because of that, it was a wobbly pass that Westfall did a nice job of battling for, but it just was a jump ball and broken up. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Motion is by Coombs, handoffs to Pilot. He's tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Isaac Pilot goes down right at the 37. And so it's going to be 3rd down now and 10 for the Red Raiders. Trying to cash in a Zachary Went interception. They will not use the huddle. Everyone hearing the play call and checking the wristbands. Coombs inside of Westfall near side, Hewitt far side. Motion is by Coombs. They're going for the slant to Westfall. He goes up, and he can't pull it in at the 25-yard line. So let's see what the Raiders opt to do. Punt and pin the Evergreens deep, or go for, Art says we're going for it, so that's no doubt we're going for it, Art, from the 37-yard line. And Coach Biolo is in full agreement. He's going for it here. Mansell sets up. He's going long for Coombs at the 5. Nash turns back, makes the catch at the 4. No, it hit the ground. The official right there says that as he tried to put his hands on the ground and cradle that one in, that it hit the ground. So it's a turnover on downs for the Raiders. Here's the pass. Now he spins around, comes back, right there, tries to cradle it in. But that official, who you can see at the goal line looking across, looks in and says it hits the ground. So Everest will take over. They get it at their own 37-yard line. 46 seconds for the first. And Yoder setting up. He wants to let it go. Does into the middle and incomplete. Langseth, who caught the touchdown pass for the Evergreens, reached back but couldn't pull it in. Three receivers. Look at them at the bottom of the screen there, stacked up. Low snap. Yoder's going to take off. 40, 45, near a first down at the 47-yard line. Loose football? Or is that Yoder spinning out of there? Yeah, that football came loose. It was picked up by Ethan Ostrowski, and he gives up yardage back to the 43. So what was a first down or a 3rd and 1, because of the fumble, turns into a 3rd and 4 for Everest from their own 43-yard line. And a whistle as the period ends. End of the first quarter. It's Lincoln 14 and Everest 7 in a dandy of a prep football game, entertaining for 12 straight minutes. We'll get ready for the second quarter right after this on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. This is a 3rd down and 4 play for Everest as we begin the second quarter. Pressure coming from Aspros, thrown in the middle, incomplete. Off the hand of Langseth once again. So on 4th down, here comes the punt team for Everest. Tommy Gruby dropping back to his 25, awaiting this kick.
Number 13, Caleb Schuster. Back receives Lincoln High School Red Raiders, Tommy Gruby.
Good kick here that Gruby waves for the fair catch. And he makes it at the 27-yard line. So the Raiders, who have gone 2 for 3 offensively, 3 possessions, 2 touchdowns, and start at their own 35-yard line. Eli, look at him get smashed in the backfield. Oh my. He just didn't even get one step after receiving that handoff, and he just got smashed at the 23-yard line. Oh my. That is a 5-yard loss on a simple inside handoff, and it's just because those inside defensive linemen of Everest just poured through and into the backfield. So it's 2nd and long. And a whistle stops play here. I do not see a penalty flag, but there must be one. The Raiders are clapping because it's offside against Everest. And so that's going to get the loss that the Raiders had on that first down run back, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Now, keeper by Mansell, running to the edge, around the corner, slides out of bounds, a yard or 2 short of the first down. Oh no, they're going to mark him out all the way back at the 33. That means it's 3rd and 5. So Jacob must have stepped out of bounds along that far side. 3rd down and 5 for Lincoln. They're going to give it to Pilot. He's free on the near side at the 35, but short of the first down by a good 1.5 yards. What will Lincoln choose to do? That was a good job in pursuit by the Evergreens. We have an official's timeout here. I think they're contemplating whether or not they're going to measure, and they will. They're going to measure to see how close this is to a first down. It appeared as if it would be very, very close. That much short. What is that, a foot? 15 inches or so? And it will be a 4th down and 18 inches or so for the Raiders.
That gives the Red Raiders a 4th down and about 2 feet.
No, they're lining up to punt. I beg your pardon. They're lining up to kick this football away. Even on 4th and short, it's just too deep in their own end for Coach Biolo to gamble. They're going to kick it away. High snap, but the kick's away, and it's a dandy. Fielded at the 30 and fumbled there. The ball's loose, and it's Caleb Durst who's able to get on top of it at the 31-yard line. 14-7 Lincoln, and Everest all set to take over at their own 31. Everest goes 1st and 10. Yoder moving around in the pocket, throws incomplete, intended for Schuster. That ball was bounding around in the secondary. It was thrown out of the reach of the intended receiver, and a couple of defensive backs reached for it. That was a dangerous pass for Yoder as he moved out to his left there. He's fortunate, actually, on that play that it was incomplete and not intercepted. 2nd and 10. Oh, Yoder slips as he keeps it, and he's going to go down in the backfield. Nathan Help in to make the play for a big loss. Back at the inside of the 30-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 12. So as we head for the middle part of the second period, now the defenses have caught up a little bit to what the offenses are doing, and they are having the upper hand in the play. 3rd and long. Pressure coming. Yoder's in trouble from Hepp again. He's on the run. He throws, and it's incomplete in front of the Everest bench at the 38-yard line.
Covered by number 15.
So Schuster is in to kick it away. Lincoln looking at good field position again. Ruby at his own 37-yard line. Oh, it snaps over the head of the punter. He's racing back inside the 5. He is able to turn and get it away. Here's Gruby, and he bobbled it at the 40, and Everest recovered at the 42. Well, David, show it to us again, because that was the most unusual play. Watch it here. High snap way over the kicker's head. Races back. There he's in at the goal line. He's able to get it away. It's a pretty good kick. Gruby comes up, fields it at the 40-yard line. It bounces out of his arms before it ever hits the ground. That ball is snapped out of the air by Everest. And boy, you just don't see a play like that very often. Maybe once a season, maybe once every couple of seasons. What looked like it was going to be a huge play for Lincoln with the snap over the punter's head becomes a huge break for Everest. 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line. Hepp's coming around the corner again. He drew a penalty. They're throwing it long for Schuster, but it just doesn't matter because there was a penalty against the offensive line of Everest. That holding will mean it'll be 1st down and 20. You got to give all the credit in the world to Schuster for maintaining his composure and having 2 Red Raiders on the top of him as he stood on his own goal line, and he kicked that ball 40 yards in the air. And then the unfortunate incident where Gruby just couldn't pull it in. It bounced off his forearms, and Everest, with the man right there, snared it out of the air. Oh, boy. This is going all the way back to the 29-yard line.
Everest has 1st and 20 on the 29-yard line.
1st down is way across the 40 at the 43. Want to set up the screen. It's a middle screen. A lineman caught it at the 35. He's not an eligible receiver. Now, they say it's tipped, okay? The side judge on the near side looked back at the referee and bounced one hand off the other. He said that ball was tipped, and I guess then the lineman can catch it because he wasn't an eligible receiver. Second and long. Now Yoder. He's got some time. Throwing far side, has a man. It's Schuster out there. Oh, he made the catch. He made the catch at the 21-yard line. And the crowd along the far side explodes. That was a good pitch and catch there, folks. Yoder had the time to throw off the front foot, and Schuster had his defender beaten by about a step. And if that ball's underthrown at all, it might be picked off, but he hit Schuster perfectly in stride at the 21-yard line. It's a huge play for the Evergreens, and now they're just outside the red zone at the Lincoln 21. Yoder, pressure coming late, throws near side, caught and gathered in. It was bobbled and gathered in by Schuster at the 11-yard line. This will be near a first down. We'll take a look with the officials and see if it's second and short or first and 10. No, they're moving the chains. It's going to be a first and 10 at the 11-yard line. Oh, what an entertaining game. This one's just fun here tonight. Oh, Yoder brings it in, but he's in trouble. Hepp's got him. Down he goes. Nathan Hepp bringing down Yoder back at the 21-yard line for a loss of 10 on the play. And here it's all about the snap. It's up high. Yoder gathers it in, but as soon as he gathers it in, Hepp's on top of him and slings him down for a loss of 10. Second down and 20. Remember, Everest has already climbed out of one hole, down and distance hole on this drive. Near side throw incomplete. Tanner Fowler was the intended receiver that time.
Number 66, Raiders.
7 minutes exactly for the second quarter, and Lincoln's on top 14-7. Oh, another high snap. Trouble for Yoder, throwing it into the end zone. Jump ball intercepted. Zachary Langmeyer with the second Lincoln interception of the night. Second time that Yoder had to go up high, salvage a poor snap, and then as he throws for Langseth, it's Langmeyer who gets to the football and the interception. Second turnover tonight for the Red Raiders. And they'll get the football back and maintain their 7-point lead. Right at the 20. Mansell looking long. He's going for Westfall. Westfall goes up, makes the leaping attempt at the 45, and he just couldn't quite pull it in. Second and 10.
Pass incomplete. Timeout for injury.
And the officials stop the clock here for an injury. That player, Art, is down right at the 47 in the bench. If you get to the 47 here and go straight across, just to your left there, there it is. There he's down right there. That, I believe, is the defender who engaged Westfall. Watch it here. He goes up, does a beautiful job to break up that pass, and he comes down with Westfall on top of him, and now is hurt along the sideline. And seeing the replay there, he did just a magnificent job in defending against Westfall, who was in position to make that catch, but he just battled and broke it up. Just a beautiful job. And now he's up and okay for the, able to leave the field of play, and I'll take a further look at him on the sideline. Second and 10 coming for the Raiders. Isaiah Westfall tried to make a Lynn Swan catch. You remember Lynn Swan in Super Bowl 10, Pittsburgh against Dallas, when he got the MVP that day? Here comes Coombs. He's got the sideline at the 40, midfield. He is going to go all the way 80 yards for the touchdown. Coombs was lined up in the slot on the right. He came inside, got that little pitch from Mansell, and went 80 yards up the near sideline. We'll take a look at it again in a moment, right after this point after attempt. And Hep's extra point is good. It's 21-7. Here goes the cannon on military salute night. So here comes Coombs around the edge, gets a great block there, a second kick-out block, and then with his speed, he's gone. 80 yards, gone. And Lincoln's on top, 21-7. It's a beautifully designed play. Two key blocks out here on the edge, and he had a huge gap, and he just ran through it. Just sprinted 80 yards up the near sidelines. Lincoln 21-7. You could make a highlight film, a year highlight film just out of this game in the first quarter and a half, with the spectacular plays on both sides of the football that we've had. 21-7 as you watch Lincoln Red Raider football on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Here comes Erdman's kick. High into the 35, fair catch made at the 35-yard line. That's Hunter Ouimet. Oh, just some outstanding young athletes on that field. There's the Raider offense kind of debriefing. I've noticed tonight that after one of the units has been out on the field, they go in the tent with the position coaches and the coordinator for that unit, and they kind of debrief about that series. And they're debriefing now after that offensive explosion. 2 plays, 80 yards. Yoder with Hep coming. Throws it in the middle, batted down by Drake Biolo. He says, oh, I should have had that one. Excuse me, Tyler Baldoff, 48. Biolo's 42. That's Tyler Baldoff, 48, that got his mitts on one.
So from the 35, 2nd and 10. Yoder slips when he first went to throw. Now it's in trouble, and the defense got their hands on it again in the middle of the field. And I think that was Langmeyer. No, was it Langmeyer that got his hands on it? I'm not sure. Nonetheless, the Raiders, on 2 plays on this drive, the defense has had their hands on the ball and not the offense. 2 would-be interceptions with already 2 in the books tonight. So here we go on a 3rd and 10. Oh, bad snap. Yoder's chasing it. He's able to get to it. Throws far side. Incomplete. He was just throwing that one away. And so here comes an Everest punt after the Red Raider defense got after him. Now you see Everest, which goes out of the shotgun on every single play that we've seen tonight, in the last 6 plays has had 3 bad snaps between the center and the quarterback. Middle of the 2nd period, 6:14 to go. And Schuster to kick it away. Gets a good snap this time. Line drive kick. Gruby at the 33. Gets by the initial defenders. Penalty flag down as he's taken down at the 45. This will be against Lincoln. And they're going to get the football somewhere in the neighborhood of the 27-yard line or so.
Mr. Rick Hankey, Marshall Clinic, and statistics this year done by Ethan Kahn. We appreciate all their help in making Lincoln High School athletics successful. Also acknowledge our coaches, besides head coach Tony Biello, defense coordinator Steve Heff, offensive coordinator Nick Dorwitz, offensive line coach John Russell, quarterbacks coach Jacob Bertnoli, defensive line coach Dustin Uzo and Kent Anderson, linebackers coach Sean Becker.
27 is where they'll get the football after the penalty.
Jeremy Wood, Chris Stoutner, Adam Miller, Randy Victor, Jonathan Barnett, and Doug Knudsen. Thanks to Lincoln High School coaching staff.
Mansell throwing far side. It's caught. This is Westfall fighting up the far side. He has a first down at the 40-yard line. Quick 13 on 1st and 10.
Number 12, Dick Campbell is for the Red Raiders. First and 10, ball's on the 39-yard line.
Going to pitch it out to Pilot, fighting up the sidelines to about the 42-yard line. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brought down by number 8 for Everest. That's Tanner Fowler for a short gain.
Going to spin and toss it to Pilot, and he's still fighting, digging, first down and more as he drags defenders to the Everest 45. Mansell just did a little pivot to pitch it to Pilot, who was heading to the far sidelines. It's been tough running tonight for Isaac. He hasn't had many longer runs like that one. He's encountered a lot of resistance from this Everest defensive front. First and 10 at the Everest 45. Mansell going deep for Hewitt. Hewitt stops, goes up, catches it at the 27-yard line. Another first down. Nice back shoulder throw to Keegan Hewitt. An 18-yard pickup for Lincoln, who's up by 14 and threatening to make it more. Turn to give this to Pelot. He's got room in the middle. He's bursting through to the 10-yard line. Quick 17. Now some of the longer runs coming for Pelot. First down and goal just inside of the 10. A little bit back right at the 10-yard line. The nose of that football has just made it to the 10, where it's first and goal for Lincoln. Mansell throwing on the slot to Campbell, and he is sliding down in an effort to make the catch, but it's incomplete at the 2. I think Nick saw that safety coming from the center, and he went down to get it, and he also got under the hit of the safety there. Second and goal. Mansell rolling right, throws to the back corner, catch is made, and it's a touchdown. In that far corner, the catch is made. Westfall with the touchdown reception. Flag at the goal line. Hang on now, there's a flag at the goal line. Oh, it's against the Evergreen. So the touchdown stands at the 3:44 mark. And sportsmanlike conduct, which I believe will be post-possession, which should move up the kickoff. We'll wait and see about that. Mansell to Westfall from 10 yards out makes it 27-7. And Hep's extra point makes it 28-7. Here comes the cannon. Let's celebrate. (28-7) Lincoln. Now let's see if that unsportsmanlike penalty is assessed on this kickoff.
On the home side, the U.S. Army is here with their t-shirt launcher. They're going to be shooting t-shirts and PPs hats into the bleachers. So Staff Sergeant Josh Withers, Staff Sergeant Michael Borchardt, and Lincoln High School seniors who've been listed in the U.S. Army already, Trevor Bush and Charlie Place will be here to try and shoot you a t-shirt or a beanie.
Now they'll mark off that unsportsmanlike penalty. That'll move it all the way to the Everest 45-yard line. So Lincoln, which has a design short kickoff that just drops beyond that first line of the receiving team, may just try to do that again, dump and chase. You know, that's a hockey term, dump and chase, but they might try to just pop it high in the air and chase after it and try to get their hands on it first. Help to kick it away. Let's see what Nathan does with this one. He's going to drill it deep. It'll be fielded at about the 2-yard line. And Lincoln down on coverage. Nice job here on the return for Andrew Baranowski, but still he is short of the 20-yard line at the 17. So Lincoln special team strong there, keeping Everest inside of their own 20 to start this possession. 3 minutes, 35 seconds left for the period, and then it'll be on to halftime. Lincoln up front, 28-7. Yoder, low snap this time. He's in trouble. He's going to run the football. And I don't know if he made the line of scrimmage or not. In this, fans, this is becoming a real issue for Everest. The poor snaps from the center to the quarterback. Because now, this is unofficial, but in the last 7 offensive snaps, there's either been a low or a high snap that has disrupted the play. 4 out of the last 7 plays. Second down, they're going to mark it right at 2nd and 10. Good snap that time. Throwing it in the slot. Big play broken up to the 45-yard line by Jacob Carlson. Kind of ran that skinny post pattern and right up the near hash. Yoder had time that time, and he found him. And that play goes all the way from the 18 up to the 45, a 27-yard pickup. And Everest with the first down. Yoder throws short and behind the receiver, Baranowski. Zach Lechner was on the coverage for Lincoln. Now there's someone that is on Facebook right now. Not watching the coverage, but on Facebook in the stands. Second down play, Yoder throwing to the near sideline, and that's the same guys again. Zach Lechner defending against Andrew Baranowski. Lechner took a step to undercut that throw, but it was wide of the receiver to the other side, and so it's just an incomplete pass. 3rd and 10. On the 3rd down play, big rush by Hep. Yoder's able to get it away off the hand of Langseth down at the Lincoln 35. He did a nice job that time, Yoder did, under big duress, but just a little long for Langseth. 4th down, Schuster in to kick it away, and Lincoln will have 3 timeouts and just a little bit over 2 minutes to go here in the half. Ooh, another bad snap. He's got to hurry. He gets it away, and Ruby says clear out. And look at this Everest roll all the way inside the 15 down to the 12-yard line. I'll tell you what, fans, Caleb Schuster, the senior receiver, on military salute night, okay, he deserves combat pay for what he's dealing with as a punter with these bad snaps. And he did a great job to get it off again. And Lincoln will have a lot of field in front of them. They have
about 88 yards in front of them in 2 minutes and 4 seconds. There's the game live on Facebook, streaming on Facebook. David holding up his smartphone and showing the live feed that I take a look at, and I see your comments posted to Facebook as I look at that phone. Here's the pitch, and plenty of room to run. Look at that Nash Coombs run up the far side and all the way across the 35-yard line. Well, Nash Coombs has already broken off an 80-yard run, and he just went over 100 yards rushing on the night on that play. It goes all the way up to the 37-yard line. It's a 25-yard carry. Minute 54 for the Raiders and 3 timeouts. Ansel throws to the middle in traffic. Incomplete, intended. Oh, Campbell caught it. Oh my goodness. I didn't think there was a chance that Nicholas Campbell had caught that football. Look at it here. Here's Mansel's throw. Oh, double coverage. Campbell pulls it in. At the 45-yard line. What a beautiful throw. What a beautiful catch by Nick Campbell in double coverage. Here's the pitch. It's Campbell running it this time. Taken down at the line of scrimmage. And Lincoln uses their first timeout with a minute 28 to go. From the 45, Mansell steps back, throws, caught at the 33. Isaiah Westfall making the catch on the near sidelines. And he got just enough for the first down. So the Raiders move the chains with the minute 22, and now they've got plenty of time to cover this final 34 yards before the half. Ansel steps up, throwing it long and over the head of the receiver Westfall, and you see the flag at the 5-yard line. What will be the call here? Isaiah was open. He had the defender beaten by a couple of steps, and the pass was just overthrown. What's the call here going to be? It's going to be against Everest. A defensive holding call against D.C.Everest. It's a 10-yard mark-off to the 24-yard line. So at the minute 17, Lincoln takes it over. And that takes it over, but continues the drive at the Everest 24. And you hear the fans, they are calling for Nash Coombs. That's what they're doing with that sound. Now throwing it to the far side behind the intended receiver Westfall, and he had to play defender and come back and break up a would-be interception of Ethan Ostrowski. So 2nd and 10 and a minute 11. And I think the Coombs family is right down in front of us. They are hooping and hollering for Nash Coombs, and they should. He's been incredible tonight. Pilot's got it. Fighting to the 20, fighting to the 18-yard line. About 6 yards for Pilot. And you see that we're down to a minute 1.
Lincoln has just used its second timeout. There's the marching band set to perform at halftime. They'll move now to the far side, the east side of the facility, and get ready to entertain the home crowd.
We have an update to see which point scores now. Fast 13. On left 10.
And number 12, the best quarterback.
Third down and 4 facing Lincoln as they come out of the timeout in 1:01 for the half. Pitch is to Coombs, and they're going to get the holding call and another penalty. And then there could be a third penalty on a hit there. The initial penalty was on the fullback that allowed Coombs to get the edge. I don't know what the second penalty is along the sidelines, but I know there's at least a hold here against Lincoln. Holding Lincoln is one call, holding Lincoln is a second call. So they doubled up there. 2 men held on the play. So it will cost the Red Raiders 10, and 3rd and 4 will become 3rd and 14. Still plenty of time, 53 seconds. 1 timeout left for Lincoln. And it will not be a 3rd and 14, it'll be a 3rd and 17 because that's a point of infraction foul, and that happened in the back. Now another penalty here. The Raiders were trying to switch players out. They didn't get it done. They had a bad snap and the whole thing was off from the start. So 3rd and 17 is about to be 3rd and 22. 12 men on the field for Lincoln. They'll mark the ball down at the 37-yard line. First down's at, well, about the 15-yard line. 3rd and 22. And a whistle stops play. Everest called timeout. So Everest uses their second timeout with 52 seconds to go. So Coombs is in the slot inside of Hewitt on the near side. Westfall split to the far side. Pilot's behind Mansell. Mansell throws it into Hewitt at the 20-yard line. Now he's short of a first down, but what was 3rd and 22 is now 4th and 5. Clock runs at 38 seconds. And last timeout, Lincoln. So before the 4th down play, Lincoln uses their final timeout of the half with 38 seconds to go. It'll be 4th and 5 or 6 here. There's an amazing amount of trust in that maneuver. As we watch the top of the dance team pyramid drop into the arms of their fellow team members. They're going to go for the field goal with Nathan Hepp. 37-yarder here.
Ball is down. Boy, it's a booming kick, and it is good. Nathan Hepp nailed a 37-yarder. I think that baby would have been good from 45. 31-7. Lincoln expands their lead out to 24. And 32 seconds to go. Nathan Hepp's had a big night tonight, playing defense and as a kicker, special teams player. Big night for the senior linebacker. Erdman's kick is fielded at the 28. Will be returned back to the 35-yard line. Connor McKellips make the tackle for the Raiders. And let's see how, that's cannon smoke, folks, by the way. That cannon's been fired off 6 times tonight. Once during the pregame ceremonies to get this festive night underway, and then after each of 5 Raider scores. What will Everest do? They're going to throw here? 2 timeouts, 26 seconds. One would say yes, based on what they've done throughout this night. Throwing it deep far side, incomplete. That was Gruby who got a hand on it, and Gruby was going for his 2nd interception of the night. From the 35 and 20 seconds left. Yoder lets it go deep into the middle. Man is there, caught at the 30, 25, and down inside the 25 at the 22-yard line. Catch is made by Jacob Carlson with 11 seconds to go. So now Everest with 2 timeouts could have 2 plays for sure. Maybe they could sneak in a 3rd play. It's unlikely, but 2 shots here from the 22. Throwing to the end zone again, St. Andrew coming back to make the catch for the touchdown is Jacob Carlson. Back shoulder throw with 3 seconds to go. Two throws, that was it, folks. I mean, after the initial play, when Gruby got the hand on it, they cover the remainder of the 65 yards on 2 pass plays to Carlson. It's 31-13. What a first half.
I want to wait and catch something else.
And that kick's good. 31-14. Lincoln leads 31-14. And we've still got a kickoff to run before we get to halftime. Just like that. Yoder set up, steps forward. Carlson cuts to the back side and makes the catch for the touchdown. 3 plays, 65 yards, and they covered it in 33 seconds. Kickoff that is going to roll to the 20, picked up there, and nice job by Nick Campbell to work his way across the 35. It's halftime, and the homestanding Red Raiders lead Everest 31-14. We'll have a little bit longer halftime with a number of activities here tonight, so stay tuned to our live viewers. Stay tuned. We'll have a great second half. There was 45 points put up in the first half. Who knows what'll happen in the second half? You're watching Lincoln Red Raider football on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Lincoln has a 17-point halftime lead, 31-14, attempting to finish this year as Valley Football Association West Division champs and ride into the postseason with a 6-3 record. They're 24 minutes away from that. Strong half for Lincoln on both sides of the football, and special teams was solid as well. So we kick off through the smoke of the military cannon, which the faithful hope has to be utilized another 2, 3, or more times in the second half. Each time the Red Raiders score, they load that cannon up and let her go. Here's the kickoff, driven back to the 7-yard line. Nice return, and still going out to the 35 and near the 40-yard line, Andrew Baranowski. Everest scored with 3 seconds to go in the half to get it to 31-14. And they'll start off this half with the first possession. Yoder sets up, throws near side, caught. That's Carlson, who made the 2 big catches on the last drive of the first half. Short pickup, 4 yards, 2nd and 6. Yoder on the keeper, room in the middle. 50 and 46-yard line. First down run by Ken Yoder. Now Yoder under pressure, long ball out here, could be intercepted and incomplete. And the man who touched the ball was Zachary Langmeyer. Langmeyer has an interception on his stat sheet for tonight. And that's happened a number of times in the football game where it's been the Red Raider defense that has gotten their hands on the ball and not the Everest offensive player.
So it's 2nd and 10 from the Rapids 46. Yoder in the middle behind Langseth, and he had it deflect off of his hand, and then both Groovy and Dylan Ashbeck reached for it, but they couldn't get there. And so it'll be 3rd and 10. You get the sense here as we start this half that there might be another interception or two to be had out there before this one is over. Yoder rolling right. Steps out of a would-be sack, lets it go down the sideline. Man's out there, caught. It's Langseth, and he's going to score the touchdown. My, oh my, 10-18 of the 3rd quarter. Yoder to Langseth. Makes it 31-20. And so now Everest has scored on the last possession of the first half and on the first possession of the second half to take what was a 31-7 game and bring it back in, reel it back in. And we'll see Plowman here to try to make it a 31-21 game. No good. So it'll remain 31-20. Well, here's the interesting part about this Everest offense. They can go through fairly reasonable stretches of inefficiency. For most of that drive, Yoder was not on target. He got away on one run, and he hit Langseth behind the defense on one big play, and they get the touchdown. And again, for all the 2 plays of that drive, they were ineffective. And there were near interceptions, and they just hit the 146-yard play, and they're hanging around. 31-20. And Lincoln will get their first look at it on this kickoff. Look at this young man on the end of the line of the kickoff coverage team. Look at that big old bandage he's got on his left hand, the man on the end of the line there. Look at that. He's playing hurt, isn't he? Kickoff is down to the 15. There's a gap here for Campbell, who stood up and thrown down hard at the 40-yard line. That was Plowman, who's the kicker that just waited for him at the 40 and tipped him upside down and out of bounds.
1st and 10, Red Raiders.
Well, let's take a look now at the Lincoln offense that put up 4 touchdowns and a field goal in the first half. Pelot got some room midfield as he lunges for what will be very, very close to a first down. They've waved the chains forward. It will be a first down. And an Everest defender is down at the 49.
First down for Red Raiders.
Injured player is Omar Chacon. Omar Chacon is the senior linebacker that took a big hit from Pelot, and it stunned him there.
at midfield. It's first down for the Raiders. Here comes Coombs. He's got an alley. 40. Gets the block at the 30s. And he steps out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Boy, has he been explosive tonight. I can think of 3 carries that have accounted for 130 yards alone. Nash Coombs. From the 25, it's a 1st and 10. Pilot hit hard in the backfield, loses a yard as he was hit first by that interior lineman Farrell Palmer and then the linebacker Michael Kruger. It's a loss of nearly 2. We're going to call it 2nd and 12 for Lincoln from the Everest 27. Lincoln looking to answer 2 consecutive touchdowns by Everest. Mansell wants to throw it on the slot, and it's in and out of the hands of Westfall at about the 18, and that was close to being an interception for Everest. Third and long. Raiders here more or less need the 15-yard line. Mansell throwing incomplete at the 18. The intended receiver that time was Keegan Hewitt, who has a touchdown catch on his account tonight. So on 4th and 12, what will Lincoln do here? Nathan Hepp has nailed a 37-yard field goal that likely would have been good from 45, and this would be about a 43-yard field goal if they would attempt it. The offense is out there and they're showing no signs of going for the field goal here. Long time getting this play call in though, and I think that Lincoln would have to be in danger of a play clock violation. Took a long time to get the play call in. They get it off. Mansell looks, throwing deep and out there for Hewitt and incomplete at the 2. So Lincoln turns it over on downs, and Everest now has a chance to score on 3 consecutive possessions and get right back into this football game. It's 31-20 in favor of Lincoln. There's 8 minutes and 58 seconds to go, and here comes that Everest offense back out. Time for Yoder, fires, and it's complete. Yeah, the pass was deflected but caught. And then there's a flag after the catch is made. I believe that was Tanner Fowler, number 8, that made the catch. No, it's number 9. And folks, I do not have a 9 on my Everest roster. I apologize for that I cannot identify that young man. But there is not a number 9 on my roster. So the mark-off is a 15-yarder after the catch along the far side. And Everest is all the way down at the Lincoln 41 on the strength of the catch and penalty. So right away the Evergreens threaten. They're down by 11, and we still have a ton of football to play tonight. We've barely begun the third quarter. Hepp after Yoder in the middle, deflected perhaps by one of the Raider defenders, If it was deflected, it was Tyler Baldoff who got it. Nonetheless, Langseth got a hand on it but couldn't haul it in. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Senior Austin Reimer in for the Red Raiders. Also number 12 coming in. Senior Jim Campbell.
Second down play, flushed out, Yoder down and sacked at midfield. He was more than flushed out, he was put to the turf. Beautiful charge by Austin Reimer. The senior defensive lineman with the big play. That's a loss of 8 yards, and now it's 3rd and 18. Big answer by the Raiders and Reimer. Yoder flushed again on the run. He is hit and he's down at the 46. A beautiful job by Drake Biolo chasing Yoder out of the pocket, disrupting the pass play and eventually throwing Yoder out of bounds after a pickup of 3. So the Raiders, after the big penalty, stand up and throw the Evergreens backwards. And they bring the punt team onto the field. Schuster coming out. Gruby back at his 20 to receive the punt, but remember, the snap has been inconsistent at best tonight. There's a good snap. And Schuster with a high but relatively short kick that Gruby fair catches right at the 20-yard line. So Lincoln will have 1st and 10 at their own 20 when we come back to action at the Southwood County 2000 field. You're watching Lincoln Red Raider football on the platforms of Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. First down run into the secondary. There's only one man that runs like that, and it's Nash Coombs. From the 20 out to the 42. And that's 150 yards on 4 carries that I can think of tonight.
We have a winner on 50-50 raffle. Mr. Corey Barwick going home tonight with $277.50. You want to thank him?
Raiders quickly out to the 42. And they're bringing Coombs to the near side. He's in trouble this time, and he has to fight like the Dickens just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Number 30, Duncan King. On the tackle. The help of number 7, Aiden Neitzel.
2nd and 10 for Lincoln. Whistle stops play. The Raiders are celebrating. I think they believe it's an offside against Everest. And it will be. So the Raiders go from 2nd and 10 to 2nd and 5. Uh-oh, sprinklers have gone off. You know, that's interesting because Art and I did a game that Assumption played here a couple of weeks ago. The game had just ended and those sprinklers went off like that. They're obviously on a timer system. And there they go. And I don't know who knows where that is to turn it off, but we're going to have a delay, a sprinkler delay. And as much rain as we've had lately, they probably don't need a great deal of moisture on that end of the field. Well, while we have a moment, David reminds me that we want to update you. Just today, Wisconsin Rapids Community Media got a new web URL. That's the technical term, right, David? URL. For a while, you'll still be able to access Wisconsin Rapids Community Media by writing out that long title. But we encourage you to make the change to the new URL, which is wr/cm.org. Not underscore, but rather wr/cm.org. And that will allow you to watch this very game on demand. After the post-production work is done and it's posted up there, you'll be able to watch it on demand. Hope that you access a number of programs that way. Watch the great productions of Wisconsin Rapids Community Media through the website. So we had a really long first half. The game started a little bit late because it's a special night. It's the senior night and the salute to the military night. Oh, they're waning. All right, they found it. Now just got to get the head on that sprinkler to go down so nobody gets hurt on it. All right, I don't know how long the delay was, somewhere in the neighborhood of about 5 minutes or so. Nice job by the staff here tonight to get that take. Do you know what kind of pressure that is, to have a whole stadium of people waiting for you to get the sprinklers turned off? That's a fair amount of pressure. Lincoln's got it 2nd and 5 from their own 48-yard line. They're going to run Pilot. He's got a first down and more at the 40. He's got the 30, and he's taken down at the 28-yard line. Pilot bursting for 24 yards. And Lincoln with a 1st and 10. Well, Mansell looking long, and he's got his man. It's a touchdown to Westfall. Man, Isaiah Westfall was wide open that time. Let's watch it again. Here's Mansell. Now just watch how wide open Westfall is. Look at how open he is. And he just runs under that perfect throw. And it's a touchdown. (38-20) Lincoln. And for the second time tonight, the Mansell-Westfall connection garners the Raiders 6 points. Erdman's kick is
fielded at the 36, and to the turf goes Isaac Hagenbucker. You can see that we're midway through the third quarter. Lincoln up 38-20. And one of the questions that lingers about tonight's football game is how many shells does the cannon have left? Because Lincoln has scored 6 times, plus they've fired off the cannon before the start of each half, so that's 8. How many shells did they bring tonight? From the 36, Yoder is being flushed out of the puck. Oh, he's hit now, and he'll go down. Big pressure initially by Frank Hartman. And the sack of Yoder is back at the 32-yard line. And you can see that Yoder wobbles to the sidelines there. I think he's going to stay in the game, but it's a little bit unusual for him to go all the way to the coach of Everest, Tim Strelo, to get the play. Second down, about 16. More pressure. They throw it short. Big open field tackle. Nice job there for the Raiders. Cody Sawyer made the play on Tanner Fowler. Virtually no gain at all on that play, and it's 3rd and long. Through the haze of the cannon blast, Yoder fires in the middle, it's caught on the run. There they go, making another big play. That time on 3rd and 17. The catch made by the aforementioned number 9 of the Evergreens. And they are able to move the ball to the Lincoln 42. Every now and again, they break off one of these big plays in the midst of a string of inefficiency, in large part because of the Raider defense. They are under pressure, and then they just are able to get that one big play out. And it's going to be a handoff to Fowler, and he's going nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Frank Hartman was there, Nathan Hepp was there, and they just stopped that play right at the very line of scrimmage.
From up the river at Stevens Point scored Spotlight 24, Bash 26.
Yoder steps up, takes a hit, throws deep, has a man down the sideline, overthrown. That's Schuster. Well defended by Tommy Gruby at the goal line. 3rd and 10 now for Everest. Look at that. Just look at that smoke hanging in the air, fans, from the cannon blast after the last Raider score. Yoder got a little time this time. He's able to step forward, but it's incomplete. Well defended at the 27-yard line by Zachary Langmeyer, who's had a really nice game tonight. And with 4th and 10 on the docket, Everest will punt here.
Boy, that ball gets kicked very high. We're going to lose it. Oh, bad snap. Raiders recover at the 49. Folks, Everest has had trouble with the snap all night long. In the punt game, on the offense, they've had trouble all night. It's surprising that this hasn't happened before now. They're going to snap it there. They apparently were going to go on 4th down because they snapped it right to the up back. It was too hot for him. And then the Raiders are going to cover up at the 49-yard line. So Lincoln gets the short field, and look at that, Hayes. Oh, my. And if they score here in a moment, it's going to get worse. Mansell gives it to Pilot. Isaac outside, and he's dragged down after he crosses into Everest territory at the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. It is. Art said it's getting worse, and it is. The smoke is just hanging over the field. The cannon smoke is just rested over the field, and it's just hanging here, folks. And it's making me think of that NFL playoff game between Philadelphia and Chicago at Soldier Stadium back in the 80s. And a whistle stops play. Procedure call against Lincoln. So the 2nd down and 7 will become a 2nd down and 12.
47-yard line.
Mansell's going to pitch it out. And coming around the corner to the 50 and back to the original line of scrimmage is Nash Coombs. So we'll have 3rd and 7.
44-yard line.
Junior Nash Coombs, boy, I bet he's going to play a big role in this football team next year. He's playing a big role tonight and this year, but I mean, as a feature back. But of course, there'll be a number of backs who will step in and fill that lead role after the graduation of Isaac Pilot. Throw down to Westfall, who makes the leaping catch at the 25 for the 1st down. So on the 3rd and 7, they find Westfall. Look at this, big hit on Mansell, stands in, gets a perfectly thrown ball to Westfall at the 22. And guys, I don't know what you think, but I'm watching this smoke settle lower and lower. They may make a call not to let the cannon go after another score just because of what's going on right now. That smoke is just settling down on the field, lower and lower. And the Raiders again threatening just outside the red zone at the 21-yard line. We're about 15 feet in the air here in the press box, and there's a run to the outside, folks. It's Pilot going to the corner, going to the pylon, fighting to the end zone. What is it? We're waiting for the officials. Call! It's a touchdown. Isaac Pilot into the smoke. Scores the touchdown. It's 44-20. Pilot with his 2nd touchdown run of the night. And it will be interesting now to see what they do if they'll fire that cannon after this extra point. Oh, it's fog rolling in. David has just checked out of the back window. It's not the smoke from the cannon, that's actual ground fog rolling in. No good on the kick. And so in the fog. Last week the Red Raiders played in a rainstorm against Spash, and tonight, as we hit the later stages of the 3rd quarter, a fog is settling on the field. Look at it as Art pans and looks to the east for us. Fans, we will do our very best. When Pilot went to the corner,
I had a very difficult time calling the play for you because he ran away from us into the dark and into the fog, and we just watched as best we could. Just look at that fog, and we'll do our very best to zoom in nice and tight and bring you the action as best we can. 44-20 Lincoln on the strength of an outstanding night. You just couldn't ask for much better going into the playoffs than what the Raiders have put together. They have to feel very good about themselves. Whomever they play, wherever they play, next week in the WIAA playoffs. Into the fog we play. Short kick, fielded at the 37 and down at the 38-yard line. Once again, that was Isaac Hagenbucker.
That gives Everest first and 10 on the 37-yard line.
There you get an idea of the fog that's settling over the field. And we do our best to bring you the action. I think Art's going to be able to zoom in and get you a pretty good look at it, and I'll watch the monitor more than I'll watch the field of play because I get a better picture there for you. Yoder has pitched it out. They're going to throw it. It's a halfback option play. Deep down the field, it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Schuster, and again, Zachary Langmeyer. We've called that name over and over tonight on the coverage. So there we see Everest throwing deep. Obviously, at field level, it's not as big an issue as it is for us trying to capture the game with the camera and see the action to call it for you from our vantage point at the top of the west bleachers. Second down 10. Pressure up the middle. Yoder throws, has a man wide open. Midfield, it's the first down to the Raider 45-yard line. And that's the tight end, Alex Langseth, who has caught a couple of touchdown passes here tonight.
And number 10, Zachary Wentz.
One of 5 yards and one of 46 yards for Langseth. First down. Yoder in trouble, and down he goes. Down he goes. Nathan Hepp makes the play back at the 49-yard line. So second down now and 13. She's 4 seconds for the quarter. The quarter's going to end, and we'll switch ends. Won't have far to go, 4 yards. So after 3, Lincoln's on top 44-20. They've expanded a 17-point lead out to a 24-point lead. We'll take a break and have the fourth and final quarter for you. You're watching Lincoln Red Raider football on the platforms of Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. So it's second and long for Everest. First play here of the fourth quarter, everyone. Yoder has time, throws in to the near hash behind Schuster. 3rd and 13. Lincoln plus 24. A win is 6-3. and at least a share of the Valley Football Association West crown. Marshfield is playing Wausau West at this hour. Third and long, and Yoder throws into the middle of the field. It's caught for a first down at the 27-yard line. And the man who caught the pass is down. The Raider who hit him is down. The Raider fighting his way to his feet is Zachary Langmeyer, but the receiver remains down. It'll be Everest first and 10 at the 28-yard line. And as Art pulls back and pans the field again, you get a sense anyway of the fog that has dropped into the stadium. And when we take a look out to the west, we notice that it's probably settled in here more than it is, say, out on 16th Street behind us. So the Everest receiver is up and walking off the field. That's number 17, Jacob Carlson. And again, Everest has hit on just enough plays to keep themselves in this football game. They're down 24, but they've hit just enough plays to hang around and keep it competitive. Rolling right, Yoder steps up, throws deep into the middle. Well defended at the 5-yard line. Incomplete, and that was Langmeyer playing right corner again. We do not see the evidence that the players are struggling with seeing. And so again, it's just from our vantage point, looking down into the bowl of the stadium, that in the camera's vantage point, that the fog is an issue right now. Yoder throws to the near side, 2 receivers, 3 defenders there. The pattern brought 2 receivers into the same area with 3 defenders, and there was little chance of completing that pass. Just underway, 4th quarter. Third down 10. Backside pressure for Langseth, incomplete at the 10-yard line. So let's see what Everest will do here on 4th down. They have 4th and 10 at about the Lincoln 27. Looks like Schuster has come into the game. He's the punter. But he also plays receiver, so that will be, nope, they're going to go for it. They're going to run a play from the Lincoln 27 and go on 4th and 10. For the corner, Carlson, broken up beautifully. And guess who? Langmeyer again. Number 15, Zachary Langmeyer, has been all over the place tonight. You'll recall that Carlson scored on a similar play just before the end of the half when that ball was thrown behind he and the defender, and he adjusted back and made the catch right with 3 seconds to go. But there, that is well defended, and Lincoln takes over on downs. No, David points out to us now that the fog is thick enough that we cannot see the fans in the east side bleachers.
That sure looks like Pilat rumbling through the middle. That's my best guess to the 32. Almost 5 on first down. That's the light standard, and that's the fog, and that's right in behind. There's the, you can just make out the figures of the east side bleachers. Nicholas Campbell skittering to the 34.
Number 12, Nicholas Campbell on the carry. Timeout, official timeout.
And it looks like an injured player that brings the Lincoln training staff out. Somebody's hobbling there, and they want to talk to him. That might be Campbell. Yes, it is. Nicholas Campbell limping and getting a hand from Rick Hankey and his assistant there. Raiders facing a third down and 4 or 5. Scoreboard says 5. Long snap count here. Really long snap count here. Oh, ball's on the ground. And was there a whistle that stopped play?
Red Raiders looking at a 4th down.
It's a legal procedure against Lincoln that will make it be a 5-yard mark-off, I believe. That play was whistled dead, I believe. I don't believe that play. Well, I'm waiting to see here. I don't think that Everest has an option. I think it was a dead, a pre-snap foul. Now we get a whistle and timeout by Lincoln. 44-20 Lincoln. Will sort it out before we have the 4th down play. So it is indeed 4th down, and Dylan Ashbeck will punt it away for Lincoln. The kick returner for Everest is at the 40-yard line, and when Art pulls back, you can see our vantage point. And look at that fog that is between us and the playing field. Kicks away. It's a high kick. We lose it in the fog. It appears to be fielded at the 39, and they're still battling down there at about the 42-yard line. And Everest takes over with 9:18 to go in the 4th quarter. This will be our last broadcast of the season. We will not be with you for the WIAA playoffs, but boy, we sure have appreciated being able to bring you 5 Assumption and 4 Lincoln home games over the course of this 2017 season. So in the fog, Everest takes over at the 42. Yoder tucks it under. He wants to run. He's got big trouble. He's hit and he bounces off. Still is going at the 45-yard line before the whistle brings an end to things. About 3 or 4 yards, and another Red Raider stung. That's number 94, Frank Hartman. Another one of the members of the fine senior class of the Red Raiders. Just going to bring him to the sidelines for a breather after got a little stung on that last play. Second down, 6. Time for Yoder. He throws it long, has a man. That ball's caught, and the receiver is running down the sidelines inside of the 20-yard line. I know you're having a hard time seeing it, and we are going on the reaction of the Everest crowd, which sees the play happen on their sideline. That ball is all the way down to the 11-yard line. So Everest threatens with 8:15 to go in the fourth. It's Lincoln 44 and it's Everest 20. First down play. Yoder throwing, and it's picked off at the goal line. Red Raiders returning it to the 10, third interception of the night. And Nathan Hepp, who's had a couple of sacks tonight, a 37-yard field goal, and an all-around great game, picks it off at the goal line. Let's take a look again. Through the fog, Yoder to the goal line. There's Hepp in front of the intended receiver, and he brings it back to the 10.
From the final for Marshfield, final score, Marshfield 17, Wausau West 6.
So we just received word from the public address booth that Marshfield has won tonight. That means a Raider win will mean those two teams will share the Valley Football Association West, presuming that Lincoln finishes off this win. But Lincoln, of course, won the head-to-head up at Beal Stadium. Just straight ahead running for Isaac Pilot to the 15.
Second and 5 from the 15-yard line.
And Lincoln right now would love a nice long drive, about 5 yards at a time. Nash Coombs on that little inside pitch. He's not going to get away this time. He's going to be knocked down for a loss of 2 yards. Third and 7 facing Lincoln. One of the nice things that might eventuate in this football game is that some of the underclassmen might get a series near the end and get to earn some varsity time. Third down. Mansell waiting and waiting for that snap count. He's going to throw the ball. He's got his man into the open. It's going to be a touchdown. It is going to be an 88-yard touchdown connection. Isaac Westfall for the third time tonight. (50-20) Lincoln. And we'll check out the replay after the point after here. And it's good, 51-20. Now let's just watch Isaiah Westfall just run under this beautiful pass. Mansell throws it perfectly. And then Westfall catches it and breaks the tackle, and away he goes. 87, 88 yards on that touchdown reception. Mansell and Westfall have connected now for the third time tonight. .6:16 remains in this fourth quarter. Lincoln now pushing well out front, 51-20. There's the cannon smoke that will be coming to mix in with the fog. And we'll So Mansell has thrown touchdown passes 3 times to Westfall and 1 time to Hewitt. So he's got 4 tonight. Pilot has scored twice. That accounts for 6 of the Raiders' touchdowns. The other was the long run by Nash Coombs. And now the underclassmen quarterbacks are warming up. So we talked about some of the young guys getting a chance. That's going to happen here in just a little bit. Short kick, fair catch to 41 by Everest. We still have half a quarter to go, folks. We approach 9:50 and have half a quarter to go.
Everest takes over at the 41-yard line, 1st and 10.
So we'll show you something here after this next play. Everest from the 41. Yoder fires it long, far side, and this will be a jump ball. Was that intercepted or was it incomplete? I think it was incomplete at the 30-yard line. So Art, show all these young men warming up here in front of us on the Raider sideline. See those young men right there? And those are the underclassmen quarterbacks and some of the skill players warming up and getting ready to play. And we're going to do our very best to identify them, but it's going to be tough. Let me just tell you that right now, it's going to be tough to read those numbers and see those. Second down play, thrown far side again, coming back to make the catch for a first down and get inside of the Raider territory down at about the 40-yard line. That's Carlson, number 17, who makes the reception. They mark it at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10, though, for Everest. Throwing into the slot, it's caught at the 30 and spinning down to the Raider 26-yard line. That's Langseth again, the tight end. There's all the pertinent facts. 51-20 Lincoln leads. 5:50 to go, fourth quarter. Yoder throws a little out pattern that's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Number 72, Canarini into the Red Raiders.
Here's the second down play. Yoder's got room to run, lots of it. 15-10, 5, and down he goes at the 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
He's on Ken Yoder, all the way down to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Evergreen.
Now a whistle. And there's a timeout by our referee. He's going to help Yoder with his shoulder pad. A part of that shoulder pad had popped out, and he couldn't get it back in by himself, so he gets a helping hand from our referee. First and goal. Ball's intercepted. Running it down the far sidelines. Lincoln has its 4th interception of the night, and it is returned all the way to the 44-yard line. Guess who? Nathan Hepp, number 8, for the 2nd time tonight. Oh my. Did I hear a flag on the play? Yes, I did. I believe this will be a penalty that will be enforced after the interception. I think it's will not affect the change of possession, but it will certainly back the Raiders up. So 2 interceptions, 2 sacks, a 37-yard field goal, and I think 5 or 6 extra points for Nathan Hepp. Mansell's thrown 4 touchdown passes. Westfall has 3 touchdown receptions. Nash Coombs has had a huge night. Now the mark-off's going to put the Raiders all the way back at the 10-yard line. 5:04 for the 4th. Draw play. That was Nathan Schooley, number 20, that carried the football.
Number 23, Owen Greening in for the Red Raiders.
Trying our best to see who's on the field for Lincoln. That's problematic, folks. For us, there's another one of those little inside tosses.
Owen Greening on the carry.
They say next door that Owen Greening, they must have better eyes than I do. I'm having a more difficult time seeing through the fog as to who's got the ball right now, with some of the underclassmen in and getting playing time. That's Owen Greening there who got that last carry. It's 3rd and 11. And that pitch, I believe, is to Schooley, and he's quickly taken down, losing a couple of yards to the 8-yard line. Austin Pelot was playing quarterback on that possession. He is a sophomore, and you look at this depth chart and you wonder if he might be the starting quarterback come next year. Austin Hensley is a junior. He will likely be involved in that consideration and competition as well. The punt is away, but where it is, it's hitting at the 45, rolling to midfield, and will be down at the 47-yard line. So Everest will take over with 2:38 to go. They are down 51-20, and you are watching Lincoln Red Raider football on the platforms of Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. We're waiting for Everest to come on to the field with 2:37 to go.
There's a penalty on the Evergreens. Push them back to the 34-yard line.
And then a personal foul marked off against the Evergreens that will back them up to the 32-yard line. Yoder still in the game. He's throwing it long down the near side. Man's wide open, but the pass is well underthrown. Tanner Fowler had run clear of the defensive back, but Yoder couldn't get it out to him. And it's 2nd and 10.
Timeout, D.C.Everest.
And Everest uses a timeout. That just gives you an idea of what our viewpoint looks like from the press box when Art pulls back and gives you that shot. That's what it's like. The fog has covered the field now for about the last quarter and a half. Pressure on Yoder. He throws it out here, incomplete. Langseth, who's been the frequent target of Yoder, couldn't pull that one in. 3rd down and 10 with 2:26 to go.
Everest has a 3rd and 10 on the 32-yard line. Coming at quarterback is senior number 38, L.J. Hahn.
So new quarterback for Everest. L.J. Hahn will take these snaps. Whistle. Not sure why they're allowing an Everest player, maybe a senior, is going to be allowed to leave the game so that, no, there's a penalty against Lincoln, a 5-yard penalty. Offside call, and that's why they were allowed to make the substitution. Quick throw to the near side, caught at the 45 and working their way forward for a 1st down. Dylan Shiro makes the catch to the 49.
1st and 10, Evergreens. Into Red Raiders, number 51, Bryce Schrader. Also for Red Raiders, number 25, Dustin Rickaby.
Side handoff, carry by Tyler Markoff, is to the 46-yard line. One of the very rare runs from scrimmage. Now, Yoder has taken off, and he's run a few times, and that might be the 3rd or 4th straight-out play call with the running back running the football.
Number 92, Charles Hartman.
Minute 45. Another handoff to Markoff. And I think now that Everest is content to run the football, it's going to be 3rd down around 5 or 6. And just see this final minute and 13 elapse. Nope, they're going to throw here. Throwing it long, down the seam, and incomplete at the 12. So the 4th down play will Everest do here. Run one more play and then turn it over on downs if they don't get it. That's a whole lot of point and punting it away with 49 seconds to go, and down 31. Oh, bobbled there, big pressure and a big sack. Oh, and the football comes out on the sack. Let's see if it's another turnover. It's a turnover on downs, but will it be a turnover? I'm just going to say it's a turnover on downs. Looks like that was 32, and that would be Ethan McKellips who made the sack. So Lincoln will get it with 42 seconds to go. They'll be able to line up and kneel down twice. No. There's the backfield.
Also want to thank our students for coming out and supporting their friends and fellow students here tonight on a cold night here.
Inside handoff. Short gain to the 45. 36 seconds to go. Just one more snap now, and this one will be over. One more running play before we wrap it up tonight. Two seconds, there's the run, and the game ends. Lincoln 51 and Everest 20. Successful wrap up to the regular season. Lincoln finishes at 6-3. The seeding meeting will be tomorrow, and they'll learn their playoff fate, who they will play, where they will play them. So let's take care of some really important stuff before we sign off tonight. First of all, we just want to so much show our appreciation to Lincoln High School and Assumption High School. Their football programs have been a treat to cover this year, and we so appreciate being a part of it. I personally want to thank Tom Louts for the invitation to announce the games this year, and I look forward to each and every one of them because I get to work with David Ballerstein, Art Nepgetzik, and Craig Tim when he is able to be with us. And that working with you guys makes it so much fun. We'll see you at the hockey rink. Join us for River Kings hockey this winter. That'll wrap up our coverage. The final score is Lincoln 51 and Everest 20. You've been watching Red Raider football on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media.